back in her desk, pencil stuck behind her ear, looking to all of us just like a promising young literary genius we could once say we knew. The Friday after Betty Ann arrived on the scene, Susan twirled a pencil, leaned back in her desk, and waited for the best composition of the week to be read. Hers, of course. Only it wasn't. It was Betty Ann's, and it was about a black poet named Langston Hughes, and how he'd become a spokesman for his people. Susan's stories were always about horse shows or opening night. We'd never heard of Langston Hughes. Besides, this was an all-white private school. Martin Luther King was being nailed by most of the adults we knew. All in all, it was a real bomb to have Betty Ann go on about Langston Hughes' black nativity and his description of wounds of humanity. In Susan's stories, the telephone jangled and the rainbow painted the sky. Stuff like that. Betty Ann was writing about the Civil War in Spain and the black ghettos of Harlem. Langston Hughes was from Cleveland. We might have guessed. Mrs. Johnson came to the part in Betty Ann's composition where Langston Hughes writes a poem about how he likes watermelon so much that if he should meet the Queen of England, he'd be proud to offer her a piece. That was when Agnes Matterson's eyes caught mine. Or was it the other way around? Anyway, we started imitating the Queen of England eating a piece of watermelon. The whole class burst out laughing, and the rest of the story was never read. Everybody but Betty Ann had to stay after school and clean blackboards. The next day at lunch, Betty Ann found a note under her lettuce saying we were sorry. But the cafeteria sure enough was out of watermelon. After that, she became the class joke. What she wore, what she said, what she ate somehow always gave one of us an idea for a wisecrack. There was a kind of one-upmanship about getting Betty Ann that had less to do with her than with our own general mentality. I know that now, but I didn't think about it then. She became a pawn. She started getting sick a lot. There'd be whole weeks when she'd miss school. But the Betty Ann stories went on, even without her. She came to our school from another planet. She was our little moron, our Bullock, our village idiot. Then one day, Betty Ann and I were assigned a project together. Everyone had selected a partner, and I was out of town at a school swimming meet the day the assignment was given. So I got stuck with Betty Ann. Everyone kidded me, and I left with them. The day before the project was due, I had to go over to her house to work on it with her. Her mother fixed a plate of cookies and kept coming into the room to see if I wanted more Coke or anything. She said I was the only one of Betty Ann's friends who had come over after school, and that she was glad to meet me. The phone rang while I was there, and it was for me. Betty Ann's mother was in the kitchen with her back to me when I heard Margie giggling at the other end of the line. "Have you eaten any maple sugar candy or watermelon yet, kiddo?" She waited for me to snicker an undercover laugh. I saw Betty Ann's mother just standing in the kitchen with her back to me, pretending not to be listening. But it was as if she'd heard everything. I hung up. I think it was at that moment when I began to see what we've been doing. Why don't you girls like Betty Ann? She likes you. Nobody had ever asked me a question before or since that made me feel so stupid. If kindness could have killed, Betty Ann would have been dead in a week. But it was too late. Her parents moved her to another school. Then later we'd heard that she had a nervous breakdown. Once, years after, when I was home from college, I saw Betty Ann in the doctor's office. But she didn't even look at me. Sticks and stones only break bones, but words can shatter the soul. A little, quiet, picked-on 10-year-old runs away because kids on the bus laugh at him. A sensitive 9th grader flips out because a group of self-rising girls decide to throw her to the wolves. We tell ourselves it takes more than this to throw someone over the edge. Maybe so, maybe not. But there are no erasers.
Have you ever met somebody really annoying?
Oh, yeah, I know there's one girl.
Or how about somebody who wouldn't stop talking?
Yep, my next door neighbor.
Or how about somebody who wouldn't stop talking?
Yeah, I know that type. Stop Talking by D.B. Francis. Excuse me, do I know you?
No, I'm sure you don't.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but I swear I've seen your face somewhere.
I seriously doubt it.
Are you sure you weren't a school teacher or something.
Yes, in fact, I've never thought of school in my life, and it's all the same to you. I've had about enough enlightening conversation for one day.
Fine by me, I'll shut up.
Good, I'd appreciate it.
Appreciate what?
Your silence.
Oh, I'm sorry. You see, it's just that every day I have to come here and wait for the bus ride home. It gets so boring. And you look like a person I could easily converse with.
Hey, lady, I thought we were observing a few moments of silence.
Oh, sure, I'll be quiet.
Good.
I'll just zip my lip.
Well, you sit over there and mind your own business. I'll sit over here and relax from my stressful day at work.
Okay. But wait, what is it about your job that stresses you out so much?
Well, I work for... Never mind, it doesn't matter. I don't know you, and you don't know me, and in a few moments the bus will come and we'll never speak to each other again.
Yes, but in this moment in time, we're here together, and you'd feel so much better if you just told me. So go ahead, tell me everything.
Do you really like to help me out?
Yes?
Then leave me alone!
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, I guess I can understand. You just want to be quiet for a while.
You're right.
I just need your quiet time. Am I right or am I right?
You are. Yes. Leave me alone.
Whoa, you're a touchy little thing, aren't you?
I deserve this.
Dang, lady, I mean, I didn't understand I was bothering you. I'll be quiet now, I promise.
Apology accepted. Thank you for your silence.
Because I know I hate it when someone just talks to me.
Hello?
Oops, I'm sorry, I'm doing it again. I'll be quiet now, I promise.
Are you sure?
Yup, I'm all talked out.
Great. I feel like blood clots are forming in my head.
Ever try aspirin? For those blood clots, it's supposed to thin the blood. I was just trying to save your life.
At this moment in time, I'd rather be dead. That is, unless you were planning on doing a eulogy at my funeral.
Don't be silly. I barely know you.
You tried to cheer me up.
You're being kind of rude if you ask me.
Well, I didn't ask you, did I?
Well, you know if you have blood clots, you should really consult a doctor.
I was joking, okay?
I was just trying to be friendly.
I know you were. I'm sorry. It's just that I don't think you understand. I've had a hard day, and I feel like 1,000 pickaxes are pounding away at my head. And, those aspirin solutions, do you happen to have any?
Actually, I might in my purse. I'll check. No aspirin, just a chocolate bar, and it's kind of melted. But you can have it if you want.
Thanks.
I'm sorry I don't have any aspirin, but I swear now, I'll be quiet.
Thank heavens, you're a lifesaver.
But I do have one more question.
What is it?
Well, it's what I've been wondering from the very beginning. I know I've seen your face somewhere. Just tell me where.
Okay. If I tell you where you see me, do you promise not to talk to me again?
Promise.
Okay. I've done a few commercials for that fitness center down the road.
Oh my gosh, that's it. I knew I'd seen you somewhere before. You're that lady on the commercial that says, say goodbye to flat and hello to us.
Goody, we got that settled.
Can I have your autograph?
I'm not an autograph signer. I'm just a normal person.
No, you're not. You've been on TV. You're going to be a huge star. I just know it.
I'm not going to be anything. That's not even what I do for a living. And now for your promise.
What's that?
That you leave me alone and shut up.
How can I be quiet when I know that you're a celebrity? Well, celeb, as they say in Hollywood. You know, when I was a little girl, I wanted to be a star, too. My grandfather said I was a child prodigy. I even used to tap dance. Maybe I could show you sometime. Hey, maybe I could show you right here.
Stop. Damn, you're embarrassing us.
Do you think you could give me a job on a commercial? Maybe for tap dancing. Because you know, once you learn, you'll never forget.
Are you crazy? Where did you come from?
Actually, L.A. So you see.
What?
I'm an LA girl. I'm star material. I think I see the bus coming.
Thank goodness, finally.
I mean, we have so much to talk about after you, girlfriend.
Gosh. I'd take another bus if I wasn't already late for the art exhibit.
The art exhibit? On 49th Street? That's where I'm going. Are you on the art council? You know, when I was little, my grandfather said I was a child prodigy when I used to finger paint. Yeah, he said that I could do anything. I'll have to tell you about my first visit to the theater. You see, my friend didn't exactly get the plot, so I was trying to explain, of course. And this lady in the front row kept turning around telling me to shut up, right there in public. Isn't that rude? Can you believe that? Imagine that.
You may think you know the story of the three little pigs and the big bad wolf, but only one person knows the real story. That person is A. Wolf. His tale begins with a birthday cake for his dear old granny, a bad head cold, and a bad reputation. It ends in the big house, the pig pen. What really happened when A. Wolf was at the door? Was it historic pig out or Mother Goose frame up? You listen, you decide. The true story of the three little pigs by A. Wolf is told by John Textor. Everybody knows the story of the three little pigs, or at least they think they do. I'll let you in on a little secret. Nobody knows the real story, because nobody's ever heard my side of the story. I'm the wolf, Alexander T. Wolf. It's like iced tea. You can call me Al, though. I don't know how this whole big bad wolf thing got started, but it's all wrong. Maybe it's because of our diet. Hey, it's not my fault us wolves eat animals like bunnies, sheep and pigs. It's just the way we are. If cheeseburgers are cute, folks would probably think you're big bad too. But like I was saying, the whole big bad wolf thing, all wrong. The real story is about a sneeze and a cup of sugar. This is the real story. Way back in once upon a time, I was making a birthday cake for my dear old granny. I had a terrible sneezing cold, and I ran out of sugar. So I walked down the street to ask my neighbor for a cup of sugar. Now this neighbor was a pig, and he wasn't too bright either. He had built his house out of straw. I mean, can you believe it? Who in his right mind built a house out of straw? So of course the minute I knocked on the door, I fell right in. I didn't want to just walk into someone else's house, so I called. Mr. Pig, are you in? No answer. I was just about to go home without the cup of sugar for my dear old granny's birthday cake. That's when my nose started to itch. I felt the sneeze coming on. Well, I huffed, and I snuffed, and I sneezed a great sneeze. And you know what? The whole darn straw house fell right down. And right in the middle of the pile of straw was the first little pig. There's the doorknob. He'd been home the whole time. It seemed like a shame to leave a perfectly good ham dinner just lying in the straw. So I ate it up. Think of it as a cheeseburger, just lying there. It's feeling a little better, but I still didn't have that cup of sugar for my dear granny's birthday cake. So I went to the next neighbor's house. This neighbor was the first little pig's brother. He was a little smarter, but not much. He had built his house out of sticks. I rang the bell on the stick house. Ding dong. No answer. I called. Mr. Pig, are you in? He yelled back. Go away, Wolf. You can't come in. I'm shaving the hair on my chinny chin chin. Just grabbed the doorknob. Felt another sneeze coming on. I huffed and I snuffed and I tried to cover my mouth, but I sneezed a great sneeze. Oh! Now, I know you're not going to really believe me at this point, but this guy's house fell down just like his brother's. When the dust cleared, there was a second little pig that is going up. Wolves, honored. Now, you know how food will spoil if you just leave it out in the open. So I did the only thing there was to do. I had a dinner again. Think of it as a second helping. It's getting awfully full. And my cold was feeling a little better. But I still didn't have that cup of sugar for my dear old granny's birthday cake. So I went to the next house. This guy was the first and second little pig's brother. He must have been the brains of the family. He had built his house out of bricks. I knocked on the brick house. No answer. I called. Mr. Pig, are you in? And you know what that rude little porker said back? Get out of here, Wolf.